Welcome. Ignorant Takes Podcast. Coming to the end of the NBA season. Uh NBA finals start on the 6th, right? The finals start on
think it's a Thursday.
Thursday, so that's a 5th. Um, OKC hosting Indiana Pacers. Best of 7. The playoffs' best defense in OKC versus the playoffs' best offense in Indiana. We'll be going head to head, so we'll be seeing if that the 8th. No, the 5th. My bad. Yeah, the 5th Thursday, game 1 in OKC on ABC. That's the finals that nobody wanted, but we're gonna get it. I think everyone was shooting for the Minnesota Knicks finals just because of both teams traded away their number 2 guys to each other essentially, but that's not what we got. We got Indiana, OKC. Um, both teams have been peaking at the right time. I mean, OKC's been great all year. They had the number 1 seed. They had the overall number 1 seed. So, um, unfortunate for me, but hey, this is what we got. Indiana finished it in 6. Thunder finished it in 5, and it's going to make for basketball TV, really, to be honest. So, because that old adage of defense will win championships. So, we'll see. What's your thoughts? How'd you feel about those last series and going into this one?
Uh, I would say I think the Oklahoma series didn't go. I didn't expect it to be sweet. Yeah, like damn near like 4-1. Really, the gentleman's sweep. Like I had expected that to be 7 games, but the way, like you said, we said before, Minnesota just didn't show up, bro. They just didn't show up. And when they did show up, it was that for one game. It was just like they kept really playing from behind all series. It was like no urgency, no nothing. Like the same energy and like presence they had playing against the Lakers first round. I have not seen that since. Like and then woke up to play the LeBron and them and Luca. Like, no, we on your ass. Like this is what it is. Like we trying to get y'all out of there. Like they didn't play like that against the Warriors. Like you can kind of tell. Like they played real lackadaisical and just kind of like got by. And then this series they tried to do that stuff and that didn't work out. Like you can tell it. Shea just literally controlled the whole series. To be honest with you, he did.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I agree with that. I think the only game that we saw them play with urgency, they only played 2 games with urgency outside of that Laker series, which was Game 5 in the Warriors series, the closeout game, and then Game 3 in Minnesota against OKC. And then we saw what happened. I mean, they got up by like 22
Hmm.
against the Warriors in that Game 5, and then they knew that they were winning, so the score got a little closer towards the end. But and then they blow out a team. They blow out the number 1 seed by 43 points, and I mean, history has been made. No team has ever won a series if they lost a game by 43 points, 40 or more points. So um, that game 4 was definitely important to lose by 2 at home, and Drew didn't play well at all in that the game 4, and they still lost by 2. I mean, that's one of those things where you're supposed to take that and be like, we played our worst game, they played their best game. Let's go in game 5 and you know
Hmm.
but they didn't show it, So unfortunately, what happened, and we're here. Ants. I mean, he's only 23. Let's be serious here. Nobody has won this young. Um,
True.
and on a team, and not well. How old
I
was
think what the
Magic?
closest is Magic. Like
Let's
Magic
see.
won like within that first like 2 years.
But he won in his first year. He run as a rookie, but he wasn't the guy though. Um, I'm looking at Basketball Reference real quick to see how young he was that first year. So yeah, so Magic won as the guy. Well, he wasn't the guy. He at 20, but the caveat to what I was saying is not on a predominant, not on one of the premier teams, which is L.A. Lakers and Boston Celtics, because technically Bill Russell won early too. I mean, he won as a rookie as well, but again, not 10 team league. you're the best team and one of the two best teams in the NBA. That's what the Lakers were, because they weren't a lottery team when they got the Lakers or
Mm-hmm.
when they got Magic. They just lost in the conference finals the year before. So
Facts.
um, I think they just had like a trade that happened that got them Magic. So, but no, but as far as outside of those circumstances, no one has won young. I mean, Jordan, Jordan and LeBron won at the same age, but Jordan won a year sooner, technically, based on how long he was in the NBA. He won in year
Yeah.
6. Bron won in year 7. Um, and or no, was it year 7 or year 8? It's one of the two. I can't remember if it's year Jordan. Let me look, because I always know it's always a year later. Because Jordan won in 91, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, it's at 27, year 7, and Bron won at 27 in year 8, because that was the 2012 season that they finally won. So no one has won young. I don't. Giannis, I think, was still when he won his. He was in his mid-20s, I think. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah. I'm just more looking at the development, like for Ant, like we was talking
mhm,
offline, like the next step in his game is like back to the basket. I think, like I said, a lot of his offense was initiated at the top of the key. So, like you said, it was easier. It's easier for them to game plan against him
mhm,
and send double teams, send traps at him.
mhm.
So, like they did
Yeah, I
that.
mean,
So,
yeah, definitely. We talked about it online, the offline. The analytics has gotten a grip on the NBA,
hmm
and I truly believe it's part of the reason the NBA is not as viewed as it was in years past. Um, but it's the same thing that happened with baseball. Like baseball analytics like took over with every aspect of the game, and they took
right,
away things that made Hall of Famers Hall of Famers. I mean, Pete Rose, the greatest RIP, the greatest hitter, one of the greatest hitters we ever seen. He hit for contact. He had power too. He hit for power, but he was more of a contact guy.
right,
Barry Bonds talked about all the time is, yeah, I like to go yard, but it was me versus the pitcher. So if I put the bat to the ball, even if the second baseman got it and threw me out at first or whatever, I still won that because I made contact with the ball.
hmm
The objective of the pitchers is to strike me out. Now there are guys, of course, that are contact pitchers and et cetera, and they've kind of been washed out of the league. Like basically, if you're not striking people out, you're
right.
not really an
You're
ace.
playing for contact.
And we're starting to see it where baseball is starting to get out of analytics. And I'm not saying that analytics should go away entirely in any sport. I just don't think. I think it should be a hybrid. I mean, you should have it should be give and take. Um, some guys based on your draft, you can go completely analytical. Like the Warriors, for a long time, were able to be basically completely analytical and shoot threes and layups, even though Steph has a mean mid range floater.
Shit,
So
Steph has a mid-range game. Period. He can
his mid range
float.
game is
He can
nuts.
float. He can pull
He can
up
float. Yeah.
mid-range. He can do it all.
So,
It's
but all
eh,
the greatest of all time. I mean, we've gone through this list. When you talk about the top 2 in every position, every one of those guys had some type of back to the basket or some type of mid range. Because Steph not really a post up guy, but as far as
hmm
in the mid range, he's deadly. But Magic Johnson, those two, the Magic and Steph are the 1 and 2 or 1A, 1B point guards.
yeah,
Magic, for all his passing, could score whenever he wanted to, and had a phenomenal post game,
facts.
and could
Nah,
score from the mid range. Kobe and MJ, we won't even go into that because it's not what's understood don't need to be explained. LeBron, Bird. LeBron started winning when he got a post up game, a true post up game, and wasn't just freight train into the basket.
yeah, when he's able to
And he had a mid
attack
range
from that
and a
mid
mid range.
range,
And we all
like
know Larry Bird. If listen, they talk about Larry Bird in the sense of like he was just a shooter. Go look at his highlights. He was killing people from 15 feet from the basket, like literally killing people.
yeah,
So,
it's less space, and for like I was saying, an
mm-hmm,
athlete that Ant is, if he's
mm-hmm,
able to catch it at that elbow mid post area, two
mm.
dribbles, and he get by you, the
He get
help
right into
can't
a
do it.
shot.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
can
look
get
at
right to your
Kawhi.
shot, or you can get
We
to a
talk
dunk.
about it all the time. If Kawhi wasn't hurt, he'd be in the conversation with the greatest player of all time. He's definitely the
Exactly.
greatest small forward of all time.
Yep.
Um, and I've been very vocal on like he's been injured too much to be in the conversation. It's disrespectful to the guys who played a lot of their career.
Hmm.
But even he has a phenomenal mid range game.
Yeah. And he's an athlete, but like that's what I said with Ant, he
Mm-hmm.
develops that. That's easy
Yeah.
buckets every time. But like you said, like I was
Mm-hmm.
saying, it's harder to double team. He can see the double team coming, but also for his explosiveness, if he gets two steps on a defender, the help defense is going to be late to rotate. So what's that happening? That's more of him
Yep.
either getting a dunk or an and one.
Yep.
So it's like I want to see them incorporate that more. Like they didn't
And they
really
have
do
no
that
way of
too
taking
much.
away because they want you to shoot threes. Like they know
Yeah,
that
they'll live
threes,
with that.
even when you're knocking them down, that you help the defense in a sense. Um,
Yeah,
they just don't want you at the basket where you're going to get the
you're not
crowd
getting them
into
into
it. You're going
foul
to get your
trouble.
team excited because the most exciting play in basketball is the dunk.
Hmm.
There's no arguing that. The most exciting play is the dunk, especially when you dunk on somebody like that. I mean, even your home crowd, you get dunked on. You're the home team. You get dunked on.
Yeah.
The home crowd is like, ooh, So it gets the bench going. It gets the players
It gets
going.
energy going in the arena, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's
It's
all
some
that.
form of dunking. It's and one dunk on. Like it's some form of dunking that gets everybody excited, amps people up. Making a three is not as exciting, even though it's good. But yeah, he's. I think you have mentioned there was three people that you want him to call and or work out with
Watch.
over the
Yes,
summer
I literally would want him
or
to.
watch.
I would want him to watch Kobe like footwork wise when he
Mm-hmm.
comes into the that mid post area. I would tell him to go call no, watch KD and work out with KD. It was four.
Mm-hmm.
The Kobe
Mm-hmm.
one was additional.
Yep.
Watch Kobe. I'd tell him to go work out with his idol, KD.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's two other people I said he needs to call. Is KD is not KD, but Melo and Joe Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Literally two of the best players that worked out in that elbow mid range area.
Yeah.
Those are two people I would call this summer. Like, hey, and go and like watch film. Melo, I guarantee you would watch film with him and break down like, hey, you could attack from here in that area.
Yeah.
But also give him tips. Give him, hey, this is what I did that made me successful in these areas.
And I think he needs to call Jordan. I mean, Jordan. I know he's an Adidas guy, so it's kind of tough because Jordan is very brand centric. But I think he needs to reach out to Jordan as well to get that mindset that Jordan had. I mean, Melo talked about it a little bit on his podcast. He reached out to Jordan and was like, um, "How do you average this many points?" And the way they broke it down was like, you literally just
Quarters.
need it's all in quarters. So if you want to score 28 points a game, okay, that means that's 7 points a quarter. So if you get 14, you're not always going to get just seven. So if you get 14 one quarter, that means you can pump the brakes a little bit going to the next quarter. You don't need that many points, and
Mm-hmm.
then you kind of go from there. So you're not feeling like through the whole game. At the end of the game, you need to you're only at 10 points, so now you need to get 15 more points in the fourth quarter.
Exactly.
So and then just like the mentality of the game, I think they're very similar. He's definitely in that conversation for the MJ Kobe esque like mentality. He's not as intense as those guys, but you could tell he wants to win.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he doesn't necessarily take it all the way to heart. Like I think he does take it personal. But even when Kobe and MJ lost, they still like weren't down on themselves. They weren't down on their teammates. They just stated the obvious. Hey, they were the better team. Blah blah blah. We're gonna get back to it this summer and get back to it. And we're gonna get them. We're gonna go to get them next year.
Exactly.
So but people trying to kill him at 23. Well, saying Shay's better. Shay should be better. Shay's 3 years older.
Yeah.
But at 23, I mean, do I need to remind you, fans, like Shay at 23 hadn't even won a single playoff game.
It's development. So like, and that's the thing. It's all about development. Yes, he's
Yeah,
23. He's gonna develop even more. Develop his game, and he's early. He gets better every year. Because this year he led the league in 3-point shooting. Like that's a development. Last year he was above average. He was about he was in that above
yeah,
average. Now
right.
he just shot and led the league. So now I want to see him get to that next level in his game, which is hey that post up mid range area. But help
Yeah.
you out a little bit more, get you some easier buckets, and get to the free throw line. Like
Hmm.
take some of the stuff that Shea was doing against y'all and like look at it. Go
Because
back and see, like,
Shea was ruling in the mid. I mean, we can talk about the foul betting as much as we want, but he ruled in the mid court.
yes,
In the mid range, he was because there was nothing that they could do with him. You know, and then when they played up, he went to the basket or passed out. When they played off, I mean, he's not a great 3-point shooter
he
at
wasn't.
all. So
He
you
didn't
want him shooting
force.
threes.
Yeah, like he
Yeah,
shot
but he
open
doesn't force it.
threes.
Yeah,
Yeah, he shot open
or
threes,
late shot
but he
clock
never.
threes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like when he came to the offense, he was literally controlling the mid range. He would get
Mm-hmm.
to the mid range and still was pointing like, "Hey, do this, cut." You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and was still like, "Hey, I'm gonna shoot this midi. I'm gonna get to the rim." You know, it's just I just want to see Ant do that. Like, add that a little bit to your game, and like take advantage of that. You know, like take advantage of getting easy buckets. And I think that would help them out. Because I think in part of that series, though, if he was getting the ball in that mid range area or able to attack the rim a little bit more to where he wasn't at the top of the key every time, they would have
Mm-hmm.
been a lot better with trying to get some points, you know,
Yeah.
and able to just like
That and
facilitate.
Gil called this out on his podcast. Be the screener.
Yeah.
Find the guy, get the ball to the guy where you want that defensive matchup, and be the screener because all they do is work on going through like Lou Dort is trying to fight through those screens anyway, and they're
Hmm.
looking to switch, and you're gonna switch to the guy that you want.
Yep. And like I
Either
said,
that or Mike. I mean, I don't know if Mike is retiring this year or not after this year, um, or Mike is getting a solid open three,
yeah.
or whoever you're screening for is gonna get. Hopefully, they're a good
But
3-point shooter.
like they said, what makes Steph so dangerous on top of him being
He's
one of the
willing to
better
screen.
shooters? If he screens, now
Yeah,
you're worried about, oh shit, Steph's about
yeah,
to pop. And guess what?
yeah.
Two people go with him, and guess what? Now that person got either an open shot or open lane, something.
Yeah, or a swing, because the help D is coming. Now you got another swing for your second best shooter.
Yep. Now you're
You
two
know.
on one. Now you're playing 2-on-1 on that side because two people
Mm-hmm.
done ran with Steph, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that's the next step. I want to see if he improves, which he's gotten better every year. So I think it's something that
Oh,
he'll work
absolutely,
on. I think the
absolutely.
coaching staff needs to look at this series too and just see that, hey, what are the best ways we could do to try to get Ant free, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get rid of Rudy Gobert.
That
That's
too.
oh
Yeah,
my god.
that too.
Oh my god.
Because
I've never seen someone so clumsy, man.
17,
He's
about $20 million worth of bullshit. So
100 million. I think he had a 3-year deal, something like that, 4-year deal. Because they reconstructed his contract at the beginning of the year for Julius Randle. And unfortunately, Julius Randle reverted after that series. He reverted to old Drew. Like
hmm.
I don't know what happened. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
man. But I hope we talked about offline. But I hope Minnesota does make a push to try to get KD. I think that would be great for both KD and Ant. It'd be a legacy thing for KD for sure because he's teaching the next generation how to
Yeah,
win.
we could say that for the off-season talk too, but that's definitely a good move.
Yeah,
It's plenty of opportunities for that. So,
yeah. I think they should
but
go after him. Try to get rid of Rudy. If they got to get rid of Julius Randle, I mean the four players I don't want touched at all in Minnesota is Rob Dillingham, the two rookies, Rob Dillingham, Terrence Shannon Jr., obviously
hmm.
Ant and J Mac. I would love DiVincenzo to stay, but he's going to be a trade piece as well. He likes being
Contract,
in
yeah, his
Minnesota.
contract trades
Yeah,
like he's good. He has good. He still has decent value.
yeah. So I mean, if they could keep him and still get KD and keep most of their core and get rid of Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert and maybe some future picks, because they're
Hmm.
going to be in it for a long time, especially because Terrence Shannon Jr. showed why he should have been a lottery pick. I understand his circumstance. The young lady lied on him, and they had the receipts for that, and good for him to kind of get out of that because some guys don't make it. Like some teams wouldn't even have touched him under the
Hmm.
circumstances. And Minnesota was able to pick him up a really great. He's good, man. I think he was a 4-year player in Illinois.
Yep.
So I know he's 24 coming in, I think, or 23 coming in. So he's a little older than a lot of guys have been recently because a lot of them one and dones over the last decade and a half or so. Um,
Hmm.
and then Rob, man, if Rob doesn't get hurt, I know he went to he was killing in the G League, then he got hurt.
Yeah, but
He'd have been a solid piece in
he's a
that series
development.
as
It's
well.
a development piece. We talked
Yeah,
about it too, but yeah, he's a development piece, like to learn behind Mike and just get and just build momentum. Like that's what it
yeah.
was. Go kill in the G League, get your confidence even more, learn the offense, and then you know what I'm saying, you get right by learning from Mike when you do get the chances and come up and play. So
Yeah, and I think he's a little taller than Mike too. Yeah, because Mike is only 6 feet tall.
yeah, Rob is
Rob
like
is
six
listed at
two.
is 6'3", I think. Dillingham is
I give him six. I give him like maybe
He's
six
like more
two.
like 6'2". Yeah, yeah.
I give
six
him like
one.
six.
They said
Six
list him
one and
at
a
six
half,
one.
maybe
Yeah,
without shoes, but like 6'2".
but
I give him that.
yeah, I mean, and he's a walking bucket. Like Mike is, obviously went to high school with him. He was older guy, but like he's a walking bucket. Rob
Hmm.
is literally a walking, but like he could get he's got defensively. Mike is better. I think just Mike's IQ has always been there, and
It's the same thing.
Rob needs
It's
to
we
figure
could
that out
say
on
the
the
same
defense
thing
side,
with
but you can switch it up on the offense.
yeah.
The trade is offensively. He gets any whatever shot.
Hmm.
So those
It's
are
the
the
same
four
thing
guys
as
I would say don't
it's
touch.
experience. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
experience. Like that's all it is.
yeah, for sure. So those are my four guys I would say are untouchable: J
God,
Mac, Ant, um, Rob, and TSJ. So uh, if you can keep DiVincenzo, great. That'd be nice. I don't know if Nikhil's gonna because he's in a contract here right now, so he's a free agent.
hmm
Um, so he's gonna be looking to get paid a little bit too. He's earned some money. How much money that is gonna be tough, but they got to get out of this Rudy Gobert contract, even though they've renegotiated it and it was
Yep.
better on the salary cap. But um, Rudy is just Rudy is really only good against center centric teams. So like Denver, that's his best team to play. Even though Joker goes for 40 consistently against him, but it's a great matchup. And then of course Embiid. And actually maybe even Milwaukee because I know Brooks is a 3-point shooting big, but
Hmm.
they just put Rudy on Giannis, and he still has value there. But other than that, there's really no there's those are three out of that's 10% of teams that he has value. He's just too
Right.
clumsy with the ball. I mean, looking at him, like I get annoyed at the fact that he brings the damn ball down. You're 7'3" or however tall you are. Why is the ball coming down? That's why they're swiping the ball. That's why you always lose the ball because they're swiping down at the ball or swiping at the ball, and you're not going to get those calls because you're in congestion. So the refs can't necessarily see it. If you have the ball up like you're supposed to, and they start swiping at your arms, it's easier for the ref to see you're being fouled. And
Very
you're a
true.
64% free throw shooter. So if you go to the line 10 times, that's 6 points. And you put somebody in foul trouble. Because guards are the ones that are swiping at them. So now you're getting perimeter defenders in trouble.
Hmm. That's a
So,
fact.
it's you could tell he wasn't born an athlete. Like he's not. He looks the part. He definitely looks. He's the guy that goes to the gym to the run and has all the stuff. He got the armband on. He got the headband. He got the
This man,
socks.
this man
One
said
sock high, one sock
this man
low.
said he loads up 2K and he's lets 2K bring everything, buys everything but the right abilities and
Yeah,
attributes.
yeah, that's
He
what
gets
he is.
all the
Like,
gear.
and his hands are bigger than the ball. I ain't never seen somebody hold the ball. Like I don't got the biggest hands ever, but you don't see me fumbling the ball. He
Hmm.
be fumbling the ball all the time. I'm like, you can palm the ball, and you're always fumbling it. Like it's embarrassing. I said it the other day. I don't think his wife let him hold the kids when they were little. Like because he's clumsy, man. He's not an athlete. Looking at the footage of Wilt Chamberlain and then looking at Rudy Gobert, you're like, okay, that's what an athlete of Wilt Chamberlain being tall versus a guy who's just tall. He made it to
Hmm.
the league because he's tall, and he's got great timing as far as blocking shots. Other than that, I don't really see any true value of Rudy Gobert, especially in today's game. So
Agreed.
it's time to get out of get out of the Rudy contract and get rid of him. So moving on, man. Pacers. We talked about Minnesota, who's no longer in it, but uh, what do the Pacers have to do to win this series?
Hmm.
or
This
keep
is
it
gonna
close?
be. I think they just gotta play how they've been playing. Like it's just gonna be. I think it's for them. It's defensive. It's gonna be. Can they keep at a high level on defense, and then can they score when they need to score? That's really what it's gonna be. Is who takes up the actual scoring for them? Like who's gonna be the leading point of emphasis? So like, is Halliburton gonna actually take over and be like more of a scorer, or he's gonna play like he's been doing, which is getting involved and scoring when he needs to do? Pascal Siakam, it seems like is going to be the number one option, like before, and then after that, it's like, okay, hey, does Nimhard have a good series again? Does what's his face, Neesmith, who played big parts in this series as shooting the ball and stuff like that, does he have a good series?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
going to be the key.
I don't know if you've seen this crazy thing that got put out. I don't know if it was Nick Wright on Fox Sports or if it was someone on ESPN. I think it was Nick. The splits that Hallie has with his first shot.
Hmm.
If he makes his first shot, he averages a little over 23 points a game or something like that. If he misses his first shot, he averages a little over 14 points a game.
Tough.
That's a crazy drop off just off of his first shot. And their win percentage, they go from a 70 win team to like a 60% win team
Hmm.
off of his first. Like that's crazy. That I mean
Gotcha.
that he makes his. Now I'm watching now I'm like, ooh, if I can I catch his over under splits live based on his first shot? Because I'm a degenerate, so I'm like I'm
Hmm.
gonna have to take this shit, see if I can see if it just like taking Angel Reese to miss her first shot. See if I can get some money.
Like facts.
But but that's a crazy thing that's out there. Stat line that if he misses his first shot, almost a seven. It's like a 7 or 8 point drop off.
Which is
Uh,
crazy.
that's a
That's
lot of points.
that's definitely a lot. That's what I said. That's
Mm.
crazy.
Yeah, so he becomes more of a facility. Now his assist numbers go up, so then you can kind of if you're a degenerate out there, you can try to
Hmm.
take the if you can take
I
a
would
lie because
say I
some
would say
sports
the
books
other
allow
thing
that.
I would say the other thing would be is Miles Turner. Like,
Hmm.
what is his health gonna be like?
Hmm.
Because I know he did get hurt in the midst of that game. So like, is he gonna be healthy to the point where he makes a difference? Because that's another solid piece that they're gonna need to play at a good level. So I think, like I said, they match up a lot better. I think overall, Pacers match up better because they Miles Turner can stretch the floor and shoot. So now you make Hartenstein have to respect him out on the perimeter.
Or
Pascal
Chet,
Siakam.
whoever's out there. Yeah.
I think Chet's gonna be guarding Pascal.
Okay.
So, which Pascal is going to be able to work inside out. He can score inside. He can shoot. He can consistently make a knockdown three here and there. So, what I'm saying, you have to respect that. So, I got Lou Dort trailing. He's going to be trailing Halliburton all game. We know that. So now it's like, does Nimhard and Neesmith step up in there, in the place of that? And then it's going to be, I look at how are they going to control, how can you guys control control the pace with Shea. Because Shea's gonna get what it is, but it's just like, can you limit it? Can you limit the runs that saying that he does?
Yeah, I mean, you know me. I'm not cheer. You'll never see me cheer for a Canadian in an American sport, and I'm team light skin. I don't think. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it because the OKC just really good defensively. They're playing so well. They're so disciplined. They are well coached. Um, you could tell Alex Caruso has his hand on how they're defending because they just haven't looked as good until he was there. I
Yeah.
know he was hurt last year, so they looked good throughout the season, but he got hurt and then it just kind of fell apart. With him being healthy, him being a general out, even a guy coming off the bench, he's still a general. He's still the leader. I mean, he's the old man. He's the old elder statesman on the team at 31.
He
Um,
has experience.
he has experience. He's got a championship under his belt, and he was a key. And it wasn't like, oh, he just won the championship. He was a key factor in why they won that championship in that bubble. So, um, I don't know how LA let him go. That was silly.
Contract
But
money. You at the
yeah,
time, it was actually you. He was due for some money.
he was due. Yeah, for sure. But I
He
don't know
was
how they
due
let
for
them
some
go.
money. That's all it was. It's a money game. He was
Yeah,
due for some money,
but
and they just
but yeah, I'm going. I'm with the home team all day. USA. I don't care who the president is. I'm I'm still an American citizen, so I'm rocking with America, baby. You'll never hear me cheer for a foreigner ever. Get out of here. That's not what we do. That's not what we're doing. Not an American sport. I don't even like cheering for Canadians in hockey.
hate this man, bro.
so so no, dog. Home team all day. Team light skin and home team. Holla at me. Argue with your mom. Um. Moving on, man. Hey, you want to? I know since the exception of our podcast, we've been doing mainly sports. Uh, I don't know. You've been watching any anime lately?
Ah, been shoot. I've been watching a bunch. I think I've been watching the new joint, the Swords of a Demon joint. That shit is kind of good, bro.
I don't
I
mind checking out.
Yeah, it's dope. It's just it's got a common theme, but like some of the creators are like Demon Slayer, like I said, To Be Hero X, and like similar vibes of like in that some of the stuff that we watch. It's all
Yeah, yeah.
in that film. It's pretty good. They got about what 9 episodes out right now, so I think I'm on like episode like 3, episode
I've been
4.
watching it's on Prime, but it's been the Country Bumpkin is becomes a sword master or something like that.
I'm gonna have to check
That
it out.
that's pretty funny. That one's it's dope because the main character is like extremely humble to the point where he don't realize he's that cold.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a little older. I think they have him like in his mid-30s or something like that.
Okay.
And but all the people he's trained are like top tier people in their own little realms of stuff. Like he's got a girl that's like in the Magic Corps and she's like the vice captain. And then
Mm-hmm.
he has a girl who's in the order. Basically, she works for the kingdom and she's a commander. And then he's got another girl who's a adventurer and she's like a black rank, which is the highest ranked adventurer.
Right.
And even as some of his former students had all kind of glory and stuff like that. And it's like it's hilarious to see how humble he is. And then when you see him fight people, he's always like, "Oh, I don't know if I can." And then he still pulls shit out. It's kind of like one of those things. But I see the reason I brought anime up because I seen this thing where where you and your homeboy you kind of list. Did I save it? I hope I saved it. It's like you list your favorite. Which one's your uh underrated anime? What's your overrated? Who's your favorite
Mm.
main character? Who's your favorite side character? Type shit like
I
that.
see what you talk. I know what you're talking about. I seen that shit too.
I
That
think
shit
I
was tough because like even just trying to put some of that together, it's kind of
I
like
think I saved it. Let me see if I
ooh.
can find it.
I don't. I
I
like.
think I
I'd
saved
have
it
to
for
really.
this. I really
Yeah.
do think I saved it for.
I would have to. I would have to really think about that shit, bro.
Oh yeah. So here we go. All right, you want to try it? Let's see if we can do it. First anime.
Damn. I can't even remember to be honest with you, bro.
Yu Yu Hakusho is mine.
I was gonna say I think it was something else before Yu before for me. I just can't. Yu was like second for me. I can't remember what my first. For real. Like, yeah. Like, I really cannot. I kn- Yu was the second. There was something else before Yu for my first. I can't remember though.
All right, you want to move on?
Yeah.
Favorite anime.
For me right now, it's Attack on Titan. It's,
Attack on Titan is tough.
yeah, it's Attack on Titan.
Favorite anime. I mean, it's really between Dragon Ball, which is like when you compare it to other animes. I'm about to piss off Dragon Ball fans, even though I am one. Dragon Ball is really mid lower tier anime in general.
Hmm.
Like they just have okay characters, but and I love Dragon Ball. I mean, obviously my favorite character is Vegeta, but fuck man, favorite anime would have to be. Hunter x Hunter.
That's a good one. I was
Hunter
gonna
x
say
Hunter.
that's a good sec. That's a good follow up.
Currently watching. We already kind of listed that. Kind
I
of
would say
stole it
that.
there.
I'm also I had because I had started that, but I had watched I had finished To Be Hero X. That shit was actually pretty good.
Yep.
I actually like I can't even wait for the second season for that. To be that, but
Mine right now is
currently,
One Piece and the Country Bumpkin becomes a sword master.
yeah,
Favorite
that.
main character.
Ooh, right now,
Main character.
I'm
Main
have
character.
yeah, I'm if I'm going that as a right now, it's my nigga Sinjin Woo. Solo 11, you just gotta give it to the nigga.
Actually, you know what's funny is that's the only main character I really fuck with.
That's like it's just you
Because
can't like
I'm
the
not a main
nigga.
character guy. I don't like none of my characters are main characters. None of my
Mhm.
favorite characters are main characters. Yu Yu Hakusho, Hiei, Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Vegeta, uh, Bleach, Hitsugaya,
Mhm.
Naruto, Shikamaru. Like I don't
Yep.
like main characters generally, so
A
that one
lot of
was a
them,
tough
it's
one for
a
me.
lot of them are iffy. A lot of them are iffy depending on who you are. But yes, like Sinjin Woo's though, like that,
Yeah, yeah.
he got it.
The aura
He got
farmer
it,
ass.
gang. He got it though. He
He
got
got
it though. Is
yeah, yeah, yeah. He's my only him and maybe Yuji, but I do fucks with Tojo
I go with that.
Tojo on Jujutsu Kaisen.
Hmm.
Tojo is my favorite character for
I
sure.
get. I'm rocking. I'm rolling. I'm
All
rolling.
right, overrated, most overrated anime. Mine's easy. I already said it. Dragon Ball is the most overrated anime. Hey, let's be real. Let's be real. It's the most overrated. Hey guys, look at all the great animes that are out there. There's a ton of different. Name. There's only one character in the whole series that has character development. Everyone else is the same. Vegeta has the greatest character development in anime history. Other than that, everyone is the same.
You gotta go disrespect Piccolo and Gohan like that though.
But did they have character development though? Because one of them became a clown, the other one became a dad to the main character's son. That's it. There's was no
That's character
development.
development because he was actually didn't like Saiyans and he wanted to kick their ass, and now he
He
ended up
didn't know they
developing.
were Saiyans. He thought that what's the name? He thought
It,
Goku was a human. He just wanted to take over
but he
Earth like his dad, King Piccolo.
exactly. But then he didn't, and then became best friends with them so-called two niggas, Gohan, Goku, and Vegeta. Even though nobody
Okay,
liked that nigga. Come on
fair.
now,
That might be
we're
fair.
not gonna disrespect
But give me
Piccolo's
an answer
development.
though. Give me an answer. Overrated. You ain't give an answer yet.
Yeah, nigga, I would
Come
get
on,
flack for
cuz.
it. To be honest with you, I can get flack for it, but I don't care, nigga. I think Naruto is really overrated, bro.
Ooh, oh yeah, that's good. That's ignorant take. That's good.
Bruh,
Elaborate.
I,
Elaborate.
if I have to, like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I really feel like it's just overrated to me. It's just it has good story, it has storylines and all that stuff, but it for me, I stopped
It's a ton
watching
of
this shit.
filler. It's a ton of
And
filler.
that's why I stopped watching One Piece so much. It's so much filler that it just be like, dude, this shit's overrated, bro. You'll have a
Well,
couple
One
good.
Piece is not a lot of filler. One Piece had it.
If One Piece,
80, ninety
it
percent of One Piece is all canon.
it is,
It's just long.
but there is those points where you're just like, bruh, it's this is
Is
about to
this
be a couple.
necessary?
Is this
Yeah,
necessary? Like, let's
for
like
sure.
keep it moving. You could have got this, but
All
Naruto
right.
is too much filler,
Yeah,
and
it's like 90%. It's 80% filler, something like that.
that's my point, and that's why I feel
Uh,
it's overrated. It has good characters, but we're just too much filler. What
fair.
am I watching, bro?
All right, next one. Underrated. Mine's easy. Tokyo Ghoul. I think it's extremely underrated anime. It's so good. Even I like actually that's another
That's a
show that
good
I like
choice.
the main character on too. I like the main character on that show.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Underrated, so it can't have a mass following. Like Demon
Mhm.
Slayer, Jujutsu
Oh,
Kaisen,
no,
the
no.
big followers.
One
I
of
think they're
them, but
appropriately
I think
rated.
one of them I think the one that I would say it probably has a following. It probably doesn't have a super big following, but I think it probably might on the back end. Super Cube.
Oh, okay. Super Cube is mad under. I can respect that. I respect that being underrated.
Yeah. That's why I was like, I think like people know about it, but then they truly, and I think they don't, but then they don't. Super Cube, I think that was underrated.
This is where it gets tricky for me. Best side character. I have one in mind right now. I'm like, I want to throw it out there because everyone that knows me thinks I'm gonna say Vegeta. But Vegeta's in my top 5 of
Mm-hmm.
side characters for sure. I'm not gonna give
Mm-hmm.
my answer. You gotta give your answer first this time. I'm not giving my answer. You gotta give your answer first, and then I'll give you mine.
I be honest with you. Oh, damn, I forgot. I forgot dude's name, but
What shows you from?
the second nigga, the nigga next to Asta in Black Clover.
Yuji, Yuri, the Wind dude, or are
Yeah,
you talking about
the one that came up with him too, but he was supposed to be the better
Yuri?
one.
Yuri,
But yep,
yeah,
Yuri.
yeah, Yuri,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
Yuri. I'll go with Yuri.
Killua, Hunter X Hunter.
That I didn't. I was gonna go there, but something in my head said you were gonna say Killua. Something said you was gonna say him, but that's why I
Yeah,
went Yuri. That's why I
yeah,
went
for sure.
Yuri.
I mean,
I something.
it's between him, Vegeta, and Hiei. Or maybe actually, I'm lying. It's between him, Vegeta, and Shikamaru. Because Shikamaru is like he's got his hands in a lot of things that Naruto does, especially later.
Mm,
Even in Boruto, he had his hands
mm,
tied in a lot of stuff that was going on in the anime. All
yeah.
right, who's your favorite villain?
Damn.
You answered first last time, so I'm gonna give you mine. My favorite villain of all time is Kid Buu. Kid Buu is a
I
fucking
hate you
menace.
because you. I just told you Kid Buu was kicking niggas' ass. He was the realest nigga ever. I fucking hate you because
Kid Buu.
that's who I was going.
Well, let's be real here. If Kid Buu takes the fight serious with Goku and them, they do not beat Kid Buu. Kid Buu is the second is the either the third or second strongest being in all of Universe 7. He's either weaker than Beerus or he's stronger than Beerus. It's one of the two. And the because the strongest person in the universe is Whis.
Fact.
Point blank.
Weiss is
Kid,
it.
it took the entire universe's energy just to take him out, and he didn't start taking it serious until it was too late. He couldn't power up enough to take out the spirit bomb. It took the whole universe's energy to kill Kid Buu,
I'm
get
not
Kid
gonna
Buu out
lie.
of there.
I was gonna.
Buu in
That's
general,
Kid Buu is really it. I
he
just was
was
like,
killing
I was trying to
folks
maybe
and
give.
showing up at
I
the
was gonna give credit to
registration
somebody else. Yeah, I was
to
gonna try to
help.
give credit to somebody else because naturally, we had this conversation because I told you I was like, if they we really talked about it, and I really told you I was like, who is really the strongest form? Everybody remember that? I think I brought it up with you.
Yeah,
I said, who is the strongest form of Boo? And everybody kept saying it was the original Fat Boo. I'm like,
no,
no, it's not. Kid
Kid
Boo is
Boo's
the
smoking.
strongest.
Kid Boo's walking Fat Boo
There
down.
was
Kid Boo
like,
would walk all the other three forms down
yeah,
himself. Super Boo,
somebody said,
all
oh,
of them.
hey, all he has to do is turn him into chocolate. But I'm like, not really, bro. Kid Boo was whooping niggas' ass on point. I'm with Kid Boo. I was just trying to think of another one because I was like, that that's my go-to was Kid Boo.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to think of somebody else, but yeah, I can't think of nobody else like off rip right away
You
in
can
my
use the
top in
same.
my
You can
head.
use the same one if you want.
I'm rocking with Kid Boo on it, but I just can't think. There's another one where I'm just like, yeah, nah, this nigga's him, and you just can't think of it right now. I just can't think of it right now. It just can't. Yeah, I can't think of it right now.
All right, bet. Favorite sensei. There's a good list of them. There's a good list of them.
That's favorite sensei, nigga. Like,
Favorite sensei. Mm. Mm. Think about
damn.
it. Think about it. I got one. I got two in mind.
Go ahead with your two, cause I that is tough.
Uh, it's between Jiraiya and Genkai. Genkai from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Mm,
I mean,
that's
he
tough.
Genkai trained the future demon lord essentially
Mm-hmm.
in Yusuke,
Mm-hmm.
and Jiraiya trained Minato, Naruto, and in on that same tree he got Obito, Kakashi, which also then goes down to Sasuke, and all the way down. Jiraiya's
I think that you pulled that from the hip. I'm not gonna
you
lie to
know
you.
Jiraiya's coaching tree Crazy work.
That
And I know
man,
he came from the
that
third
man,
Hokage.
that man might be Andy Reid with the tree. I ain't gonna
Hey,
lie to you.
I know he was. I know he was trained by Lord Third in the three signing. Legendary signing.
Mm.
But Jiraiya Boy really liked that. When you look at all the things that came down from Jiraiya Boy by himself, hey, Jiraiya got busy on the sensei tip.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who you got? Who you got?
It's tough, bro. It really is tough, bro.
You gotta name one. You can't have two in a row where you're like it's tough. You gotta
Nah,
name
that's
one, G.
tough because technically you actually, because you went first, you said Kid Buu, because that's who I was actually really going to.
I
I
told
really
you we
wanted to
can
try to
share
be
it. We can
different.
share that answer. That's an answer. That's an
Yeah,
answer. We can share that
I
answer.
wanted to, because I was trying to just go away from my obvious answer and try to pick
Yeah.
somebody in a more recent ones that I've been watching. But yeah, that's tough. I can't choose one.
All right.
Can't.
We'll move on.
Yeah,
We'll move on.
that's one of them ones where it's too. Yeah, I just can't be
All
like,
right. Fire fine. Best plot twist.
oh shit.
Mm. It's really to me. It's two obvious answers for me again, but I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you get yours.
Best plot twist.
Oh no, I got one. I got one that's out of this. Uh, yeah,
I,
I got one. I got one. I'm gonna let you. Gotta go. You gotta go though. You gotta
the
get. You gotta
best
get an
plot
answer.
twist that I've
That
seen right now, be honest with you, I would actually want to. I actually would say if most people don't, if you haven't watched it in Super Cube, there was that plot twist. The nigga was not expecting. Um, you weren't expecting how the shit ends up
mm-hmm.
in the last like final like the last couple of episodes because he literally his powers are different, but you weren't. I wasn't expecting old girl that's with him
Mm-hmm.
to actually be one of the people that he stuck with. That was probably the last. It was like episode 10 or episode 11. That shit was crazy. You have to check it out to
The
see.
bet plot twist to me. I mean, there's three that instantly come to mind. Attack on Titan's plot twist.
Yeah,
Naruto,
that one's up there.
Itachi actually being the savior of the Leaf essentially, and trying to prevent internal civil war and being protective of his little brother
Hmm.
was a crazy plot twist. But mine for sure is in God in Alice in or no, is her name Alice or is it Sarah? Tower of God.
Oh shit! I know you're talking about.
Tower of God. Is it? I think her name is Sarah, right?
You
Or is it
talking about
Alice? What's her name?
Tower of God?
Rachel. I don't know.
I
Your
was gonna
name.
say, yeah, you're
But
thinking about Rachel.
Rachel literally betraying the main character, Bam,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
basically trying to sacrifice him so she can go up the
Yep,
tower
that
and
was a
all
good
that
one.
stuff. So
That was a good one.
that that was. I know it's early, so it's not necessarily like a big plot twist. Whereas the other,
No,
like the Attack
that
on
you weren't
Titan, was super
expecting
late.
that though. Yeah, no,
No,
you weren't expecting that though to happen that early
the
though.
chick that
That
he's
was
in
actually
love
pretty
with,
good
he's
one.
been trying to find, and then she
Yep.
winds up being his biggest op. That was kind of crazy. All right,
Yeah, that was a good one.
favorite genre shonen. Mine just the shonen,
Shonen is
the
it,
combat,
yeah.
action.
I'm more action combat into
Yeah.
shonen. Like if you give me a nice plot twist, especially like in that Ronin shonen type of like genre,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm like I told you, you know that. I mean, I think we both I'm more into like Japanese samurai culture. So like you get me an anime that into like Ronin and samurai like that, I'm rolling. I'm
Yeah.
rolling.
All right. Best new gen. It's This one's tough for me
What
it's
do we,
really
yeah, I was like, I
it's
would
really
maybe have to
between
consider what we're
the new
considering
gen
new
is
gen.
like Boruto, um, Juju Kaisen, Demon Slayer, Hell's Paradise, um, uh, damn it, what's the one with the hero? My Hero Academia,
Hmm.
um, uh, Kaiju number 8. Those are all new gen. Those are all new
Ain't
gen
gonna
stuff.
lie to you, that's right now. If I'm gonna have to tie that with like Kaiju number 8 and fucking. Because technically, if you want to consider Solo Leveling, it's technically new gen too. But like, I'm not gonna say that. But I'm gonna go Kaiju number 8. That shit got
That
work.
should go. I thought I put it.
That's
I got you
that
on
the
that one late.
that
You
another
were like, it's
season.
actually about after you finish that shit. You were like, oh.
That shit, I need. Yeah, season 2 gotta hurry up. That shit is it. Kaiju number 8 was real. That shit was it.
Yeah. So I got mine is yeah. I like Kaiju. That's a good answer. Uh,
Cause
man,
yeah, Kaiju number 8.
it's
I
between that
would
and
bet.
Juju Kaisen for real for
I would
me.
say, yeah,
But
Jujutsu Kaisen is number 2. I would say that's another backdoor. Some people probably, but I'm Kaiju number 8. That shit is it. And then
yeah,
backdoor, then you can say Demon Slayer. Like the next people will be like,
sure.
oh, Demon Slayer first. But I think like Kaiju number 8 is for me is one. That shit is it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, moving on. Favorite female character? Revy from Black Lagoon.
That's a good one. The captain in Kaiju number 8. Oh, girl, that was training all them. That was leading
uh,
everything.
I can't remember her
Um,
name, but
I can't remember her name, but
I know Kaiju.
she's it. Hey, she was getting the cat.
She
She was
was
like,
getting
I'm gonna show
busy.
you. And she was getting real busy. She said, I'm gonna show you why I
Is it
made it
me?
here.
Is
It
that
was,
Mina? Is that her name?
I
Yeah,
think it's
Mina.
Mina. It's because
Mina
it's the girl
Shori.
that he grew up with, and he got
Yep,
a
yeah,
feelings for
Mina.
her. She's
Yep,
cold.
yeah, Mina's
She's
her name.
hit,
Yeah,
boy.
yeah, she go. It's between so it's Revy from Black Lagoon or Maki
Maki's going.
from Juju Kaisen. So those are
Maki's a good
that's
one. I thought you were about
that's
to
old and
Maki right
new.
off rip.
That's my old and new. I mean, there's a
Yeah,
lot of characters in there
yeah.
for
There's
sure.
a lot of them though. But that
Your favorite manga? favorite My favorite manga that I've read 3 times now because it's been done a long time is Black Cat. That's the
that's a good
one.
one,
That's
nigga.
the one with the assassins.
Yeah, that's a good one.
They're numbered. Yeah, that's my favorite manga
That's a good one.
of all time for sure. Is Black Cat. I love
That's a
Black Cat.
good one. That's a good one. I haven't, be honest with you, I haven't read
I
one
mean,
in
your
so
favorite
long.
manga can be your favorite anime. So if you've read
Yeah, I
them,
know. It's just
you
one is
know.
like I haven't read one in a while, fool. Like that's really real talk. I haven't read like a good solid one in a while. I've been slacking on like reading mangas late, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, you're missing out. Black Clover is so intense right now. Even though they've moved to
Bro,
a
I've
monthly,
been, bro. I know I've been
Black
having to try to
Clover is
catch. I've been having
so
to try to
crazy.
catch up on it, bro. But you know when you sit down and you start thinking, bro, I'd be like forgetting, bro, because like I need to catch up before they start pushing everything, like pushing the movie out and shit like that. That's why I
Yeah,
was like, I might have to, yeah, I might have to get that link from you and just so I could catch up. 'Cause I gotta catch up bad.
yeah. That's it. That was the last question. I know. Everyone who stuck around. We appreciate it. You know, I'm pretty sure there's a ton of people that watch anime and read manga in our demographic. I know we're normally traditionally a sports podcast, but ignorant takes can be anything, man. It can be anything. It don't got to be just sports related. It could be anime. It could be I don't know. I don't know. Rock paper scissors. I don't know. It could be whatever. You can have ignorant takes. Cleaning
Mm-hmm.
products. I don't know. you know, but that was it. That was the end of that one. So we got some pretty good answers, I believe, in that one. That was one I seen. I was like, oh, we should do that.
Hey,
That's a
that's cool, hey man. But guess what? My take is my take. If you think it's a problem because I said Naruto is overrated, man, argue with your mama, not me. Man, you
I
can go
mean, I
check it.
did. I
Hey,
also
look.
said that. I mean, the entire black demographic is going to come after us because we said not only Naruto, but Dragon Ball was overrated.
Like it's you know
We're gonna get
I
a
love
bunch of
Dragon Ball, but like I understand why you called it overrated. I
yeah, and
understand
I
it though,
like Naruto.
and
I like
and
Naruto the manga more than I like the anime
and that's the
for
thing. And
sure.
the manga is fire. It's just as the animated series, this shit's overrated. But if you're
Yeah,
talking about
yeah, I
straight
could agree with
reading the
that.
manga, then yeah, it's top tier. When we talking about the series, bro, it's too much filler, bro. The only thing black people like from Naruto is because you want to do the fucking run. playing. Stop acting like y'all really are truly into it like that.
Well,
Most of
that
y'all
and
only
the entire fact that there's a village of niggas.
village and
I
niggas.
mean,
Yes,
I mean,
thank you.
Killing Me. I mean, let's get into it. Sasuke is
Please.
the softest side character ever. The man went and jumped
Bro.
Killer B and got sat on and rapped on. The man made a freestyle while fighting him. Like,
Like, I
that's
mean,
embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Sasuke is the Jason Tatum of the anime world. Like, and that's how you wrap up anime and sports, folks. That's how you bring the world together.
guess what? You know what you can do? Guess what? For y'all that got a problem with me, hey, don't check me. Check your credit score, nigga.
Check your credit scores. It's crazy work.
Done.
Especially now that you guys, if y'all haven't been paying your damn student loans, yeah, y'all need to check that shit.
Like, I'm done. This man says Sasuke is Jason Tatum. I'm
He's the
done.
Jason Tatum of the
You could
anime
have said
manga world.
Devin. You could have said Devin Booker, but okay.
No, no, no,
Never
no.
mind. Never mind.
Because Devin Booker ain't won nothing. Sasuke's at least, won something. He's the bodyguard of the Hokage. He was the actually. There's literally two. There's literally two Hokages that slept super well at night. The third, because he had Kakashi and who was the third's bodyguards? All Hokage
Obviously, Kakashi really one of them ones.
bodyguards.
Got him fucked up.
Let's see who Lord Third. I think it was Kakashi and Kakashi and Itachi were Third's bodyguards.
Yeah,
And
the
then
two of them ones right there.
yeah, and then Kakashi had both Naruto and Sasuke. You want to talk about sleeping well? Like those guys slept like babies with those guys. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's what
Yeah,
it was.
you're right. No, you're right.
All the rest of them, they kind of, especially the second. The second was out there plotting on Uchihas the whole time,
Mm-hmm.
And Hashirama slept well because he's Hashirama. I mean,
Facts.
he's the god of shinobi, And don't get me started on Madara Uchiha. Like, you Glazers are crazy work. I mean, the man literally had a 5-minute segment of glazing Hashirama, and you guys sitting here saying, "Oh, Madara's the best ever." He's not. He's the ghost of the Uchiha. One is called the god of shinobi. The other is just a ghost.
Yeah. Type shit.
Madara's not like that. He like that, but he ain't like that.
At all.
And we
Fuck what you
just made a
heard.
whole nother crowd upset now.
Oh well. Oh fucking well.
Well, it's been real. It's fun. I hope you guys love the anime section. It was something different than we've normally done. If you guys enjoyed it and want more, we can get into video games. We can get into other, anime related stuff because we do it all. I mean, we watch our sports, we play our video games, read and watch our manga and anime. I mean, we're pretty versed in the world of culture, music. Get into music.
I really want to say some real ignorant stuff, but I'm not.
No, that's what this is for. It's called Ignorant Tech
No.
Podcast. Take the time. In the episode,
Because if
let's
we do
go.
that, we might. Hey, look, we might get
No,
this.
no, you
We
can't.
might
No,
get
no, no.
black
You
labeled.
can't put your feet in the water and not get your ass
It
in.
ain't
You
feet in
go
the
to a
water
pool party and
because
don't get in the pool.
it ain't feet water. It's a lot of y'all out there, and y'all want to be real dumb. But guess what? Been telling y'all for years on years, and I was quiet, but y'all didn't want to believe me. Kelsey shot big, and y'all didn't want to believe it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
We knew it. We knew it. It's Free Tory. Free Tory. Hopefully gets well. We're excited. Free
I
Tory.
don't
It's
want to
always
be
been Free Tory.
ignorant.
It's always
Ignorant.
been
And
Free
guess
Tory.
what? And guess what? Y'all ain't gonna cancel Meg like y'all tried to cancel Tori.
Of course
Because all
not.
the facts is pointed
I think
towards
she's
he
at.
didn't do it, bro.
I think
Get
she's
out of
at
here.
Gen Con as
She
old girl
was.
from Bleach. I think there was
Yeah,
something I just
she
seen.
was.
She's at Gen Con. So
Yeah, she was.
she needs to be canceled because they lied on that man, knowing it was the friend the whole time. But it is what it is. Be upset all you want. I don't care. It's always been Free Tory. F Meg since then it's been F Meg and Free Tory. I don't care.
I do. Just saying, have the
Since the
same
beginning.
energy. Have the
Because none
same
of it
energy
none
for
of it makes
her.
sense. Yeah, have the same energy you
Yeah,
have for him.
and there's nothing on the she's a black woman, she's a woman in general. Y'all was willing to go 1,000 miles of running because he shot a female. And guess what? If he actually truly had did it, I would be the same way. Like, dog, that's
Yep.
kind of some whole stuff.
Yep.
But everything was lining up to where it was not him, and so y'all was just oh this, but all the proof is there, and now y'all want to be like leave Meg alone. She ain't do. It's
She lied.
blatant evidence that she
She
lied,
lied on
bro.
that man
So
under
if your
oath.
co so you ain't gonna get mad at your coworker that lied on you and said, "Oh, you was stealing notebooks and paper and binders to go take home to your kid and use for school when it really was them, but they blamed you for you doing it, and then all the evidence shows them on camera doing it. You ain't gonna be mad at him.
Yep. Yep.
Everybody's like, damn, you a thief and all this other stuff, but then it comes back and shows that you wasn't. You ain't gonna be mad at everybody that was pointing fingers, that was cool with you, doing all this, and be like, oh, you real, you real. Oh man, that nigga thief. Ah, da, 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 da. Evidence shows
Facts.
that you not a thief, and now you got to walk back in that same room with 100 plus people, thousands of people that so called was cool with you, doing all this, saying you was a good person, people you was being genuine to, and now you looking at them like told
Yep.
you that now they kind of like, oh dang, my bad. Nah,
Keep the
stay where
same
you
energy.
at. Stay where you at. You didn't want to stand behind me when I told you it wasn't me.
Yep.
Like it
There's
the
a
proof
reason Kelsey was pleading the fifth. Because that's
there's a
only
proof
to
he was
it's
asking
not
for
to not talk in court. It's so you
pleading
don't
fifth and
incriminate
asking for
yourself.
immunity.
Go read the amendment. Go read
Yes.
the Constitution. The Fifth Amendment is so you do not say anything to incriminate yourself.
The
That's the
same
only
thing
reason you
happened for
plead the fifth.
Gunna did the same thing. He pleaded the fifth to actually not incriminate himself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, bro.
And to
But
come
it's the
out, it
same
was
thing.
what's old boy's name?
Woody, the whole
Woody. It was
time.
Woody the whole time. We thought it was Gunna. So I gotta make a public apology to Gunna. I thought it was Gunna out here
Yes,
snitching,
you definitely. I told you you wouldn't,
but
but I don't know.
but it
I
was Woody
told
the
you
whole
you
time.
wouldn't.
Didn't know it. So that's on me. Now I'm back to listening to Gunna again.
Exactly,
So
I told you. But it's the same scenarios. Like everybody had all the animosity towards the thing and is that, and it's just like, bro, it was a whole different person.
a whole different
If
person.
y'all,
So
and
that's
there's
on
a reason
me.
why
That's
she pled the
I didn't
fifth
have
and
all the
asked.
facts.
He
I
was
mean,
pleading
there
the
was a
fifth
lot
and
of things
asking
that
for
was pointing
immunity,
his
bro.
direction though, for real.
It was.
But
I
so it
don't
did make it kind
disagree
of
with you.
tough.
I don't disagree. It was a lot of stuff. That's why I was waiting to see, like, okay, hey, who is it that they? Because there's somebody else testifying in some shit that's really got everything, and it happened to be Woody. Don't get
Yeah,
me wrong. If he would have got, Woody would have came out to testify and all that, and it was all pointing towards Gunna, I'd have been like, damn, nigga, you did it. Shit, hey, evidence there,
and
but
and and let's give Woody his flowers, even though he's out here ratting.
still
He's got to be
irrelevant.
the smartest dumb nigga I've ever seen in my life. How did he get out of that case entirely? That was crazy. He made a case and destroyed
At
the
the
same
same
case he
time.
made. That's top tier,
But
masterminding right there. That's top tier.
no wonder why him and Charleston White cool.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But the way that Woody is, Charleston White played like a snitch. He for real, for
Oh,
real,
bro.
bro.
Back.
But all right, we're done. We had enough controversy for one episode. We'll holla at y'all. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.